D. Atiata. This is the very first and last thing I ever bought when I was. It wasn't really a tool to be used like most witches use in magic. This was supposed to have been used for an experiment, which I never did. The crystal lattice within this crystal structure is heavily, well, I can't say heavily, but massively defective. In its design in the crystal lattice, there's many impurities within the crystal and fractures, to whereas as it was placed into an apparatus conducting a great amount of power, it would just simply explode. Pretty much like TJ's theory. All I do with it now is use it as a paperweight, which is nothing more than her video's worth. A lot of you have tried to call into question my past in defense of TJ's video. Well, my past, your past, and whoever's past is not called into question. What is called into question is something called logic. It is something called premises, conditions, proof, and evidence. It is not within the realm of speculation nor supposition. It is in the realms of fact and proofs. Down below you'll notice a link. This is for something referred to neo-paganism, and I may also, if I need a second link, I'll put that below as well. The Wiccan faith, which is really neo-paganism, Celtic style, was actually formed by a gentleman by the name of Gerald Gardner. Now, Gerald Gardner was theoretically part of witchcraft back in the 30s. No real solid data on that. He ended up starting the community known as Wicca in the 50s and the 60s. Now, in the 60s, there was a general falling out between the Wiccan members, and from what I can gather, I'm not doing a deep research into this, and there were several divisions within Wicca that formed. You have basically Guardian, or however they pronounce that. You have Alexandrian, you have Celtic, Druidic, and other variations. The pagan belief has actually, well, actually neo-pagan, has subdivided extensively. Sort of like the Protestant church, where it came in from a main line and it just quickly broke apart. Now, the majority of the Wiccans out there are pagan, about 85% of them. Now, of that, most of them, majority-wise, follow after Gardner, not the other guys. Although there are some variations in isolated groups, it is not the mainstay. The mainstay is Guardian. Now, Gerald Gardner actually formulated these rituals. Where he got it, I don't know. But I can tell you that he did, from wherever the source originally came from, which I don't know, and nobody does, it's to my knowledge. If there's somebody who knows, I'd like to hear it. But knowing that I am not Wiccan, and this does come with a degree of research, can you, supporters of TJ's video, Sex Magic in the Church, can you show me any authoritative source to where Hinduism was introduced into neo-paganism, which is actually Celtic neo-paganism, anywhere where within time that occurred from the gardener's establishment in the 1950s to now? Where? What source may I refer to show me proof and evidence that Hinduism was introduced into Neo-Celtic paganism? I look forward to hearing from you. Comments below. And we'll continue from there as we rip the whole thing apart. Because it's going to fall apart anyhow. It's just dust. Just smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Talk to you soon. Maranatha.